If I were to describe Doom in one word, it would probably be... Yes. Doom is a game that can only be described as a weird combination of adrenaline and sexual frustration because throughout the game I was dooming. Get it? Doom Eternal is a clusterfuck of guzzling demons that love to die. There is so much depth in this game, from the gun extensions, armor upgrades, belching to get armor, chainsaw to get ammo, glory kills to get health, and looking at it from the outside, it definitely looks a little bit overwhelming. I mean, especially if you're not an amazing gamer like me, for example. I mean, playing Nightmare on his first try and winning the game. I mean, I'm not trying to brag here, but I do feel like the game baby steps each new thing in a non-insulting way. And by that I mean it doesn't spend 5 to 10 minutes spoon feeding you those really gross mushed up peas until you finally figure it out. They just give you something, drop a situation where you should use it, you use it, and then you move on with your day. The gunplay is pristine. Every weapon has a purpose, unlike Doom 2016 where you kind of just super shotgun, run and gun, and that's about it. The combat shotgun for the ball sacks. The assault rifles used to pop heads and pop off turrets. The plasma rifles used for shields. The rocket launcher is just a fucking rocket launcher, and the super shotgun has a fucking grappling hook. A grappling hook. Whoever did that, whoever came up with that idea, I want to kiss him on the mouth. There is no other FPS game that can compare to the slick gameplay. It's fast, it's hard, it's smooth, it's fuck it, you stupid piece of shit. It's quick, it's sharp, it feels so good to How does that count? Why does he not get stunned? It's cute, it's quirky, it's relaxing. Oh, what the map design and the mobility in this game with the addition of the dash and the grappling hooks is what Doom needed all along. Doom 2016 crawled so Doom Eternal can fuck. This game has so much more color than Doom 2016. A lot less grayscale, which is really pleasing to the eyes. The enemy designs look a lot more like classic Doom characters, because in Doom 2016 they took each character and added a more gruesome horror spoopy type feel to it. And I'll be honest, after playing Nightmare, I feel like that is the way the game is meant to be played. It's so much more satisfying to play the game when you can literally die from anything. Just get stunned! Just get stunned! There's no cheese strategy. You have to be moving all the time. You have to be constantly switching weapons. You have to be constantly looking for armor, looking for health, looking for ammo. You have to sort through every single weapon to make sure you're using each weapon for each thing. And it's just amazing. It's just a ball, sweat, cuck, suck. Like, what is that, dude? What is that? The main reason it's so satisfying is this game requires genuine skill. BFG, more like, no! There's no cheese strategies. When you lose, you know why you lose. You know what you could have done better next time. Dude, I walked, oh my fucking God! Let me tell you something real quick. Switching from your super shotgun to your ballista to your rocket launcher to just instantly annihilate a Mancubus in a second. I can't describe how hard I get from that. Dominating a tyrant, making the Baron look like a little bitch. It feels so... Wait a second. Why do I hear boss music playing?
Warning. Demonic presence threat level 5 entering main laboratory.
I kid you not. He's a scientist. And he turns himself into a fucking pickle. Funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah. Fuck this guy. This character is dumb. And no, not because he is difficult, but because he goes against everything this game stands for. He's buggy, he's clunky, inconsistent, and he's extremely disruptive. This game is supposed to be run and gun, gore, slicing and dicing and stabbing and dabbing and wabbing and gabbing. You can't run and gun while this guy is around. In a 1v1 situation, yeah, it's pretty easy to deal with him. I mean, you just wait for him to do the thing, then boom, bam, bop, he's dead. But the problem is when you have to wait for an opening, which completely cuts into the fun of the game while you're getting shot by a bunch of different people, because the problem is you have to continually be moving around, but you're sitting there waiting for this dude to do the stupid green eyes animation, and then sometimes he decides not to get stunned, other times he just decides not to even swing. He can't be too close or he shoots you, and if you're too far away, he throws fire at you, and the only time you can even do anything to him is a mini opening that you have to stand there and wait. 0 out of 10. Okay, let's move on to talk about the bosses a little bit. The bosses were actually really good for an FPS game. FPS games never make good bosses. And when you look at Doom as a game, the big part about it is not the bosses, it's the run and gun gameplay. But I feel like they did a decent job. I'm not going to give away too much of each boss just because I don't want to give any spoilers, but I'll give you guys a quick least favorite to favorite boss. Boom, bam, bop, pow. One boss I want to briefly talk about, because it is my favorite boss, is the Doom Hunter. Now, I know a lot of you are probably confused. Why is this your favorite boss? This was probably the easiest one out of the bunch. Now, the reason he is my favorite boss is not because of the fight itself, but because of the build-up throughout the entire map. From the beginning until you actually fight the boss, the entire time there was just little bits and pieces of the boss, of them putting it together, showing you what you're about to face, while Mick Gordon's just breathing down your neck with the sexy, suspenseful track. And honestly, I'm really proud of Bethesda because they found this really small artist named Mick Gordon, and they took his metal soundtrack that he made and they just made an entire game around his album. I thought that was a really cool thing that Bethesda did. At the end of the day, this game is a game that rewards skill. All right, let me move on to other things that I didn't completely love about the game, I guess. Goo.
Guess what, bitch? Coronavirus!
The BFG, or as I like to call it, panic delete all button. And I know a lot of people are probably thinking I'm going to complain about the parkour, about the platforming. Nope. Platforming's fine. Stop complaining, you stupid bitches. So yeah, good game. 9.5 out of 10. Go buy it. Also, if you ever want to see me do an Ultra Nightmare run, make sure to follow me on my Twitch. I'm probably streaming right now.